Hi guys, this is Yannick GoldenZen out of my studio once again. Today we're going to take a look at another sample modeling package, which is the flutes. Comes with four instruments: the flute itself, an alto flute, a bass flute, and your piccolo. Now, those instruments basically differ in the sound. Now, your standard flute, you have something like this going on. The alto flute is a slightly different sound. I almost feel like it's a little more, it sounds a little raunchier, you know, a little, don't know, it has a little more oomph to it. Then you have your bass flute, which the name indicates it is for the bass register. It has a very dark kind of sound. And last but not least, you have your piccolo flute, which has a very squeaky high sound. It's very great for those orchestra trills that the composers like to build in their orchestra. You stuff like a. Now those sounds are extremely well programmed, like all the sample modeling products are. So you have like your standard note. And the harder that I blow, I used the BBC 2, by the way, by Tecontrol. I did another review in case you want to check that out. The harder you blow a note, it gets this little overblow thing. Okay? And also the notes, they make a transition when you play them slowly, and when you play them fast, it's a fast transition, and you have your key switches here. I don't use them very often because if you have the breath controller, there's a lot you can control with the breath controller itself. What I usually sometimes use is the fall. Depending on how hard or soft you press the key, it falls faster or slower. Now, the flutes come within the Swarm engine. It's a proprietary sample modeling engine. It runs really smoothly. It gives you a lot of options. You can assign the CC commands just the way you want. You can adjust like the playing style, jazz or classic and stuff like that. It has influence on the sound and the performance of the instrument. And it also supports the breath controller. Now this is the newest breath controller, which also registers head movement. So I always assign that as the first thing. So you have just your standard blow. When I go up, when I go up with my head, it will produce a growl. Sorry, a flutter tongue. And when I go, when I tilt my head, then it's going to produce a vibrato. Sweet, beautiful legato, and the transition is just beautiful. That's your standard flute. Here's the same with the alto flute. Same goes for the bass flute. Now I've roughly prepared 2 songs for you for me to play along. Now again, this is improvised, this is not prepared or something. I'm just going to improvise a little bit. The first is kind of a cool little blues, 60s, rock and roll, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to improvise with the alto flute. And we're just going to take a listen. I'm going to play back the track and I'm going to improvise upon it. And the second one, I'm going to showcase the bass flute, which is a little more subtle song. This is, for example, how it sounds in an orchestral context. It's just a piano in the background, but you can hear what the bass flute can do. Now, by the way, the reverb settings that come within the Swarm engine, they're really great. You can use them on their own. You can adjust reverb time and reverb mix, but you can also just set it dry and add your own reverb that you like to use. Now I'm just going to use the built-in Swarm reverb just for the sake of this demonstration. Okay, that was the rough performance. You can hear these instruments are just amazing. You can do so much with them, especially the flutes and the bass flute also. The bass flute is perfect, and then the Piccolo and bass flute are perfect for orchestra, and like the alto flute and the normal flute are great for these, like I said, little cool band kind of performances. Of course, you can use all the instruments, all together. They're beautifully sampled. They're really versatile. You can play them really easily. And I just highly suggest them. And in the next video, we're going to take a look at the double reeds. Take care, bye-bye.